Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Archita Vada. I'm with NASA, and I'm the program manager for the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center. And I'm really excited to talk to you about this new multi-agency effort that has recently launched. So, starting from what is the context within which the Greenhouse Gas Center is being developed. So, there are enhanced efforts and really high targets that have been set within the U.S. and internationally to help reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And so within this context of developing an improved framework for monitoring and measurement of greenhouse gas emissions and fluxes, NASA, as the lead implementing agency, has come together with EPA, NOAA, and NIST to help prototype the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center. So the goal, again, is to help integrate and make available and more shareable and usable information on greenhouse gas emissions and fluxes, and make that available to a diverse suite of stakeholders, from policymakers to different levels of government, federal, state, local, as well as non-government organizations, boundary organizations, and others that can make use of this information to better assess and track progress on meeting mitigation targets. So what is the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center? This is a busy map, and again, a lot of credit to the entire team at NASA and our partner agencies that have contributed input to this chart. So really looking at leveraging the program of record, observations from space, airborne, as well as in situ ground-based observations, combining that with models and advanced data assimilation systems to help infer and improve estimates of greenhouse gas emissions and fluxes, and making that available through a coordinated data system. You can see that there are different tiers of that system that really helps enable collaboration between advanced users to help share code, improve estimates again of greenhouse gas emissions and fluxes, and also help develop standards and processes for thorough evaluation of new measurements as these become available. And so we're not just talking about federal, but also non-federal measurements. And so the Greenhouse Gas Center is looking to, even though it's starting as a partnership among these 4 federal agencies, it is looking to expand and involve engagement from non-public entities, both domestic and international. And so we are using a number of focus areas that we are prototyping the center with, and I'll be talking to you about that in the next few slides. So really excited to share that we did recently release a beta portal for the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center. So this was done at the climate event last week, and so you can go on the portal, earth.gov/GHG Center, and so that's where you can find information and initial curated data catalog with data sets, as well as data analysis tools, a hub environment where again you can collaborate leveraging different Python notebooks, as well as data insights. These are storytelling mechanisms to help share information about what we're doing with the earth science and other ancillary data to better, again, inform progress on greenhouse gas emission reduction and on measurement and monitoring of greenhouse gases. The initial focus is on methane, and we're looking, as well as carbon dioxide, and again, we're looking to develop an iterative process for expanding the work of the Greenhouse Gas Center with a very focused stakeholder engagement approach. So these are our 3 main focus areas that we're using to prototype the center. So within this fiscal year 23 and 24, these are the 2 years of the prototype phase of the center. We are focusing on gridded anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions, starting with methane, natural sources and sinks of greenhouse gases, and lastly, looking at leveraging airborne as well as space-based observations to help identify and quantify emissions from large events. So starting from our first, again, really highlighting that this is a multi-agency effort, and so you can see our partner agencies here highlighted, and also in active discussions with others from the federal and non-federal government. So looking at what some of our data sets and catalog looks like, so this is our principal data set for focus area 1, gridded anthropogenic emissions, and so it represents the EPA methane gridded inventory. This is a geographically disaggregated data set that helps really share information on emissions from different sectors. And this data sets represents or matches the emissions that are actually part of the national greenhouse gas inventory. We have worked with our partners at EPA, and I see colleagues in the room, to make this available and to help provide different types of visualization and analysis tools for people to explore and be able to better and fair understand where emissions are changing. But also this is really helpful in being able to improve comparisons with atmospheric-based observations. So it really aims at, again, at helping improve the inventory itself by pointing and helping identify where there may be some uncertainties and, again, providing improvements. The next focus areas I want to talk to you about is the greenhouse gas focus area on natural sources and sinks. And so we understand that except for the focus on anthropogenic emissions, to be able to better, again, inform our efforts to mitigate and improve our efforts to mitigate climate change, we are looking at better improving our understanding of natural sources and sinks. And so we're doing that by improving and extending bottom-up estimates. So some of the goals of the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center involve routine delivery of land atmosphere flux estimates on a routine basis by aiming at a lag of a few months behind real time. We're also looking at collaborating with partner agencies on definitions and expanding definitions of natural sources and sinks. In addition, refining with leveraging atmospheric data, contributing to initiatives not just on the domestic but also on the international sphere, like the World Meteorological Organization Global Greenhouse Gas Watch. So a lot of the members of the team are part of and contribute to those nascent efforts as well. And helping improve greenhouse gas budgets by helping compare against assimilating atmospheric observations, and also, again, contributing to the development of standards or best practices for model intercomparison and evaluation. Something else I want to highlight to you all is that as part of this effort, we're also focusing on developing the workforce, and we're inaugurating a summer school on data assimilation in collaboration with Colorado State University this summer. You can find out, you will be able, I think, soon to find out more information about this on the GHG Center portal. And so applications are currently open through the end of January. And again, this is an inaugural data assimilation summer school that will be taking place in June of 2024. The last focus area, I think, deserves no introduction. Rob Green preceded me and provided a fantastic presentation on how data from EMIT helps us understand and be able to quantify emissions from point sources. And so we're really looking here at leveraging measurements from EMIT, but also airborne observations like from AVIRIS-NG and AVIRIS-3, and making this available through open source principles, so providing the data as well as the algorithms openly available so people can trace and reproduce this information. Another aspect of this work is really focusing on collaborating, again, across federal but also non-public partners, philanthropic organizations, private sector, in developing standards and best practices for evaluating and on-ramping new measurements that will be coming available. And so that's also a key part of this focus area. And so here you see, again, some methane plumes visible through the EMIT instrument, and I'm not going to go into all the details because Rob shared these fantastic visualizations before me. I just wanted to also highlight that as part of the portal, we have some data analysis capabilities, so you have some subsetting tools. You can select an area of interest and be able to, again, select data sets and look at time series and compare look at time series, so select specific dates and then look at specific data sets. We're also working on adding some capabilities here where we're going to be able to overlay different data, and so this will be coming in 2024. Lastly, I wanted to share with you that we have an exciting timeline in 2024 where the U.S. Greenhouse Gas Center is engaging with scientific community. So as we are here, we are at the American Meteorological Society. We will be having a town hall. I think we will be having a short course as well as a number of other sessions, again, to engage with the scientific community, but also looking at additional meetings that are targeting different types of stakeholders and users, like states, as well as private sector and NGOs, international partners. So we're in active discussions with our international partners through organizations that bring together, whether it is space agencies or other elements that also help link to policy and other stakeholders internationally. And so you see again here, this is our timeline to completing the prototype phase of the center, which ends with this full portal release and also full demonstration capability stakeholder workshop. And so lastly, I want to highlight again, please visit our beta portal to find out more information about the Greenhouse Gas Center. You can also scan this barcode. That way you can get information and subscribe to receive updates and news on different activities of the center, get involved, and also join a user focus group that we are standing up currently on these 3 prototype focus areas that I shared with you. And so with that, I am finishing my presentation. Thank you very much.